Hello Rockstars, thank you for joining me. I'm going to show you tip number 2 because I searched for this on YouTube and Google, and one of the videos that came up was like from 2014 and it wasn't really helpful, and ironically the YouTube/Google help on how to change your introductory video is old. In fact, the terminology is old because they mention home tab. Well, it is kind of a tab, but it's more on the side versus than how it may have been. So it can be a little confusing for some people. So I decided to show you an actual walkthrough of where you can change this. Typically, this is how to change your introductory video, i.e., someone comes to your page or your channel, they haven't subscribed, and it's the first thing they see, the very first thing. So it's kind of like your catch-all summarization or periodic update of what's going on in your channel. It could be like, this is what I like, then show what you like, or it could be what I'm going to be doing soon or what's coming up next, or just a sample video of what's going on. Depends on how you want to do things. But without further ado, I pulled the web page and you notice, okay, see where it says home and my channel. If you click on my channel, it'll bring up my channel, but it'll bring up whatever channel that you have. And you see where it says for returning subscribers. That's basically, you could set up a particular setting or setup. Let's say so you want to introduce your channel to new people, you go to for new visitors. But let's say for reoccurring, those are already subscribed, something that may want a little more in-depth video, like a more like, well, now that you've subscribed to my channel, here's where we can go from this point forward, or a special only subscriber visible type of thing, where okay, now you're part of the family, you can get a little more scoop of who I am and what I do, kind of thing. That's why I have these two separations here. See that? Okay, so you go to for new visitors. Now this is where it's a little tricky, because notice that the background is white. Now you have to actually move the mouse over. I don't know why it's like this, because you notice when I move the mouse over here, move this over because you can't see it. Now, as you can tell, you can't see anything right now, but if you move the mouse over here, notice that this pops up here. See? It's right next to the title. There's a little question mark and a little pen icon. Now, if you just have the mouse just sitting there, you're like, oh, where is it? I can't see it. But it's one of those things where you have to be a little observant. I'm not sure why they have it set that way. They really should just have it static instead of just popping up like that. Okay, so when you click that, you have two options there. You have change trailer or remove trailer. Why would you want to remove it? Well, if you just don't like something and you want to rebrand it, but you don't have anything to put up there, you want to remove it. If you click on change trailer, what that does, it brings up a pop-up window, and it gives you a list of from your latest and greatest videos on down forward, or you could add your video URL if you have a URL, but you don't want to go through like the hundreds and hundreds of videos that you have. Or you want to grab someone else's video, which I wouldn't really recommend it, but it's possible. You could just put a URL there. You can see the different options here. You can scroll through the different URLs. Or you can just pick one and then click save. And once you click save, I don't want to actually save it, but I just changed it. Once you click save, it'll now give you the new video. Now you can't see at the moment because this is like kind of an edit mode. Once you go back to your channel, actually let me go back, and if you see up here it says view as yourself, which is view when you're logged in, new visitors or returning subscribers. So you can get a look and feel of how your channel looks based on who you're presenting. For instance, returning subscriber, like, okay, I have this particular video set up, the picture is cool, everything looks good, and it looks really polished and look really well. For new visitors, I'll click on that. Hello Rockstars, just a little. And you notice I had the dark theme. That's more actually I choose the dark theme more for visual effect for myself, and to be able, it's a lot easier on the eyes to see it this way than the light, because the light, it's like it's brighter, and then you have to look at the dark and the bright. This way it's a lot more relaxing on the eyes. Now that's just my preference, you may like that as well, but you get to see, this is how it looks. See, the subscribe button is available, and you can go through, and this is what people see when they will visit your channel. So it's the unsubscribe public view. If I go back, I think I could just go back. Now, in case you didn't know, okay, to get to the original page, it can be a little tricky because the way YouTube has it. But if you click on the Creator Studio, and then click on the YouTube icon in the upper left. Let me just move this over. Okay, so you go here and click on the Creator Studio, which brings you to this window, and then you click on the actual YouTube icon in the upper left here, where that little hamburger symbol is. If you click on that, that'll bring up to you this home to my channel's trending. The reason why that you have to do it that way versus any other way is because if you go back, if you're in your channel, it'll just keep on bringing you back to your options in your Creator Studio listings versus the external options here. Then you can go back to my channel and then do whatever you need to do here. Now, I don't have anything special for returning a subscriber, but you notice that the intro video is not there anymore, but you do see popular channels, uploads, playlists, etc. A slightly different look, and you can alter this however you want to see fit. Also, what a lot of people don't realize is you don't really need to, but it's advisable to fill out your actual about, because a lot of people, I think even PewDiePie just says I make videos, okay, or something like that, or I play games, or something simple. But if you really want to establish your channel a little bit more, and especially if you're more up and coming, versus, if you have 50 million subscribers, you can put whatever you want, doesn't matter. But if you're starting out, have a little description here, give something a little bit more about yourself, and it doesn't hurt to put your advertisements of your other affiliates and your connections here. Like, for instance, my Patreon's on here, my Twitch, Streamlabs, etc., and I have a little blurb here. And the discussions tab is for like general discussions within your channel, not in a particular comment on a video, but just on a channel. So someone actually could go here and say, I could leave a comment, and someone else can go on there and leave a comment. So it's a way to communicate without having to go to instant chat. Now, some people may have this disabled, but I would suggest, if you're starting out, and this would be a good way for those that are not maybe a content provider or a big YouTuber, or someone who's trying to grow the channel, to communicate to other YouTubers, like, well, I want to say hi to this guy, but I don't want to go into the chat and have it be exposed, because I don't want to be on YouTube. I just want to talk to this person. If they have this, if they have this available, this would be a good way to just say hello to them privately. It's like, hey, I like your channel very much. I'd like to subscribe. I would like to talk to you, but I don't want to be on your channel because I'm kind of shy, or I don't want my name out there. And of course, the channels will show your subscriptions, etc. This is kind of good collective spot to have more of a visual aid on who your channel is. In your playlists, which will be a different video where you can alter and create, like, movie review, news, Fortnite, MLP. I haven't put anything into the in real life community yet, but you can, and the number shows the amount of videos in each one. And the reason why you want to create, people will ask me, like, why do you want to create a playlist? What's the benefit of it? I'll give you a good example. If you're creating a music channel, let's say like the NCS, the non-copyright channel, which I frequent for self-explanatory. They actually have different playlists based on the type of music. And if you're into music, you can have, like, let's say your techno stuff, your industrial, your trance. I'm just saying that because roughly on the EDM, but EDM, as we know, is not just EDM, it's a broad range of different types of music. And you could subcategorize in those playlists. When you play something in a playlist, it'll go through automatically. When you play the first one, it'll keep going down the list like a musical playlist. It'll keep going on until they reach the end. So if, for instance, if you want to throw a party and you want to create a visual music playlist, or even just a music playlist with cool videos, you could stack them in there. Put on your big screen or your whatever entertainment system you have, and just click play. And let's say you have 60 songs or 60 videos, whatnot. Just click play, and it'll go through those, and you don't have to touch it at all. It's also, for instance, in this MLP. Look, if you click play all, I'm not going to actually play it, but you'll see on the right here, it actually lists. Now you have to organize it by the way you want to organize it. I should probably organize this. Let's see. Now you could shuffle. What shuffle does, it just changes the when you actually play it, it'll play it out of order. And this one, loop playlist. Basically what that means is once you reach the end, it'll start off from the beginning, which is great, as I mentioned before, if you're throwing a party and let's say you have an hour to an hour and a half of good music on there, but you don't really want to go anything beyond that. Let's say the party runs for 3 hours. You can run through that hour and a half and it'll start over and keep going to playlist. So it's a good for entertainment purposes. So for instance, for me, I probably want to segment this a little bit further once I have more videos, which I don't have to worry about now, so that I can go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so that when someone watches the first episode, it'll go straight to the second, the third, and fourth, etc. It could be with your top 10, part 1, part 2, any way you want to do it. That's what's really good about playlists. Now you can see here, create a playlist and playlists. Apples and oranges is really just the same thing, but you want to be careful that you want to put the right content in your playlist. Like I have a lot of Pokemon Go stuff, but I need to segment this a little bit further because obviously the After Dark is going to be a different series. It's going to be still Pokemon Go, but it's a subcategory, and you don't want to have things lost if you want to craft your channel in a more developed and more organized structure where you can have subcategories of subcategories of subcategories to a point like you could have alien conspiracy theories versus governmental conspiracy theories versus familial genetic, that kind of thing, where you go from one main topic which is conspiracy theories to let's say alien conspiracy theories to reptilians or Arcturians, and then maybe abductions, and then you have different playlists based on that. Not saying that's on my channel, but just something that came up to my mind. Anyways, hopefully I'm not going to ramble on too more. Just a couple, a main tip and a bonus tip, I guess you would call it, just to help you along, because this is stuff that there's not too much help-wise when you do Google searches, because a lot of the content that has how to do this is old. Like the one article I saw was from 2014, and there's been so many iterations of YouTube changes on this, and there's going to be a new beta coming up after this that's going to change things even more. But until that happens, I'm going to put this out there to help you to get more familiar and be able to have a little ease of moving around YouTube a little bit. Anyways, thank you. Hopefully you're having a good day. Hope to see some great content out there. I'm working on it as well. I'm always trying to hone my craft to make it better, brighter, happier, funnier, stronger, etc., more clean. If you have any comments about my stuff that you think will benefit, please leave me a comment. If you see some have a different background on your stream, or maybe add different kinds of music or something in the background of the video, or just be a little brighter or a little more energetic or less energy or more energy, just anything will help. And some people did mention about some of the MLP stuff to say more, and I will do that. I pre-recorded about a good 10-15 episodes, so in order for me to try to make more efficient use of my time, I'm going to just release those videos. Now there are some that I will redo because there's some really special videos that I just don't want to gloss over because they're one of my more favorite, and I'll definitely redo those. You'll see which ones. So, thank you. And if you're new to this, you came to this channel by accident, or you thought, hey, this is actually a really good tip. Who is this guy? I've never seen him before. Subscribe, leave a comment, say hi. And I will be doing more of these periodic, and especially when they push out this beta, I'll probably get into a lot more. Just to help you out, I'll have to crack it and figure it out how to use it myself, and then kind of help you out. If you want any other commentary on any other how-to stuff, so I noticed that a couple of my my auto stuff has been doing well. I had to fix a couple things in my car. If you think that'll be good, there's one small video I'm going to do that's 2003 Toyota specific, which is a real, if you don't know it can be a real hassle, so I could probably do that. Anyways, without any further ado, I will catch you guys later. Thank you for joining my channel. Welcome to the family. I don't know if rack stars is a really good, that whenever I say that, it always feels kind of non-organic. So I'll tell you what, anyone out there that has a good topic or good title to call the family, I'll do a shout out of your channel, of your video, who you are, maybe even do like a little interview through Google Plus or something like that. If you give me a award-winning, title. Because the Rex family doesn't really roll off the tongue too well. But for now, I'll just call it Rack Stars until something bigger and better comes along. So catch you guys later. Peace out.
Gone, gone, gone.